Hi, welcome. Welcome to session number 5 of the 12-week Healthy Brain program. So I'm going to kill a little bit of time while people log in. Welcome. It's really hot here. I don't know how it is where you are, but it's a little bit warm. So in the guided relaxation, I do bring in some of the warmth of the sun, but imagine it's your imagination, and you can make it feel as comfortable as you want. So again, we're on week number 5. Last week we covered a little bit of nutrition, fat and sugar, but this week we're going to talk about really what you should eat for a healthy brain. So I'm all about knowing, right, the effects of things that we may ingest, right, food, chemicals, alcohol, right. I like a good beer as well. Hi Troy, welcome. But, right, we should know, we should be able to determine ourselves what risks we want to take, what our risk level is. And so we need to know how to increase our brain reserves and how to decrease, right, losing those brain reserves. And we'll talk about that tonight. So I want you to know that there are many confusing and conflicting diet plans, studies, scientific research, even the food pyramid is all backwards, right? But that's what the government is still producing, or the healthy plate. And again, they're all off on this, according to the program that I'm presenting to you. It's just enough, right, to make you want to give up. But we can't. We absolutely can't. Our health now, happy to see you too. Our health now and our brain health in our later years demands that we pay attention and do the best we can. It's not about sacrificing. Again, that 80-20 rule, when you have your health really in working order, then you can utilize the 80-20 rule and still have those really good moments where you have a burger and fries with friends or a beer with the guys, right? But for the most part, 80% of the time, you want to eat clean. You want to eat for brain health. And anything that you do for your brain, you do for your body as well. What you do for your body, you also do for your brain. So, as I've said before, right? Welcome, Valerie. As I've said before, I am not a substitute for medical or psychotherapy services. If you have a health condition, see your medical professional. And then you can utilize the information I present here tonight and through these 12 weeks and use it under your own physician's recommendations. So what I present to you tonight includes key characteristics of a healthy lifestyle and should fit well into most people's health routine. But again, consult your own doctor and adjust as needed. So tonight, nutrition. What you eat is probably the single biggest factor in your brain health, period. If you are indulging in the wrong things, your brain reserves decrease rapidly. If you eat the right things, you add ingredients into your body that your brain needs to function, such as enzymes and compounds and polyphenols. We'll talk about those. Vitamins and minerals. These same ingredients add to your brain reserves. Remember, you want to have your health span match your lifespan. Exercise is important to brain health. It is, and we'll cover that during the next couple of weeks, actually next week. And the other tools that we'll cover in these 12 weeks, very important, but get the first one right, nutrition, and you're well on your way to an overall healthier life. So think about this for just a moment, why nutrition is so important. Eating the right foods is to your brain what fuel is to your car. And just like a gas engine doesn't run well on diesel fuel and vice versa, your body can't function at all without fuel, and your brain doesn't work well on bad fuel. So what I'm proposing is that you stick with a stricter diet regimen for 21 days. If you need to lose weight or address a health issue, such as I do, type 2 diabetes for instance, stay on the stricter diet plan until your issues are resolved. And then when you are healthy, you will transition into a long-term food plan. And we'll go into that at the end of the program. So on the 21-day plan, eat organic, local, whole, fresh foods. So let me emphasize whole foods, because we live in a remote area with limited access to fresh organic foods, right? We do have some, and if you've ever been to a farmer's market, and that's part of the guided relaxation tonight, farmer's markets offer a really great variety of homegrown local foods. But getting better at wherever you can, right? Whatever the options are. And so whenever you can, go highest quality first. So with your budget, right, where do you need to put your best quality dollars, right, to the best quality food? So look at your options. This is what I do. I go to the frozen aisle and I get organic whole fruits and vegetables, organic if I can, and the price is coming much closer. It's so much closer now than it used to be. So I don't want to get into the Walmart debate, but that's one of the main places I shop because we're limited. But Walmart, Safeway, and City Market in our area have a good selection of organic frozen fruits and vegetables. And frozen will be more economical than fresh. So eat very low glycemic load foods. These would be low in sugar, no flour, no refined carbs, right? That's even white rice. This isn't easy, but it can be done, right? So all of these keto diets and paleo diets have really helped because now you can buy cauliflower rice that's already made for you. So you get the texture and pretty much the flavor. Rice doesn't have that much flavor. And you can add it to all kinds of things such as sushi. So after you reach your health goals, remember your 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the time you eat clean. 20% of the time you can, kind of vary your diet a little bit and bring in some of those things that you have been restricting. So 80% of the time, again, eat clean. 20% of the time you kind of bend your rules. Those would be your special occasions and then also the occasional treat. And this is when your health is in order. I'm not there yet. This diet is very high in fruits and vegetables, extremely high in vegetables. Thank you. Go deeper colors. Hello, Melanie, I miss you. My friend, I miss you. Go deeper in your colors, right? Have a variety. Remember, eat from the rainbow, all the colors of the rainbow. Although, if you are following a stricter paleo diet, which I am because of my health issues, stick to the lower glycemic fruits such as berries. Now, blueberries are among the highest in the antioxidant capacity. They contain an abundance of compounds, right? I talked about what we add to our brain called flavonoids. And flavonoids are a class of polyphenol compounds, like the phenols found in olive oil. Blueberries contain a flavonoid called anthocyanin. These have been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier, and they enhance signaling in parts of the brain that handle memory. Remember, what we add is important. Choose low or no pesticide, antibiotics, or hormones. Because when we do, we either get it in a high concentration all at once or a low concentration over an extended period of time, and these are known to cause health issues. No GMO foods. Just stay away from them. There's a lot of research out there, but can you really trust it yet? Remember that your liver must detoxify these added toxins, and we talked about overtaxing our liver causes our brain a lot of issues. So if pesticides kill bugs, can it really be good in your food? What does it do to you, even in small quantities? I will tell you that I used to not really read labels, but I do now. And they put the warnings on there for a reason. Also, would you take antibiotics if you weren't sick? Well, if it's in your foods, you are. And when it comes to your gut health, remember, which is key to a healthy brain, antibiotics can wreak havoc with your good gut bacteria. If you don't have some issue, right, an infection or a virus or whatever, that requires an antibiotic, don't get it from your foods. Would you go to a doctor and ask for hormones without knowing which ones and what for? So imagine for men and boys, the hormones in our foods are estrogen, used to make cattle gain weight faster and dairy cows to produce more milk. So I'm not sure about you, right? But no matter what industry funded the studies, right? I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them. And also, I just don't think it's a good idea to give males extra estrogen. Do your own research. Eliminate any of these added chemicals whenever you can, and know your own risk levels. Know your own risk levels. So very few to no chemicals, additives, preservatives, dyes, MSG, artificial sweeteners, or other Franken chemicals. If you see things on the label that you don't recognize as food, just say no, right? If it's not an apple, or even if it's sugar sometimes is safer than some of these Franken chemicals. If you don't see on the label those chemicals and you don't recognize them as actual food, right, an egg or a milk or whatever, just say no. So add in high amounts of good quality fats. Think olive oil, nuts, seeds, and avocados. Avocados have the highest total fat protecting capacity of any fruit or vegetable. They contain different types of vitamin E, and not many supplements do. Most supplements are one strain vitamin E. Hi Rita, welcome. So avocados contain different types of vitamin E. They are a potent repository for carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin. And I hate these names because I don't know how to say them, so bear with me. These two carotenoids boost your brain's processing speed. Avocados provide twice the potassium content of a banana, and one medium avocado contains a whopping 12 grams of fiber. Remember, we all need fiber. And get omega-3 fats, right? Omega-3 fats for all. If you're a vegan, get it from your algae supplements. You still need it. You need DHA for brain health. It's so critical, right? So extra virgin olive oil, one of the greatest methods of getting that, one of the easiest supplies. So add it, increase it, and use it on everything you can. I had a salad today with probably 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Here's why. EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, has a compound called oleocanthal, which is a type of phenol. Phenols are plant compounds that powerfully stimulate our body's own repair mechanisms when we consume them. Phenols are usually found linked together in the form of polyphenols, and I'll talk about a couple of those throughout this program. But back to oleocanthal. This phenol possesses powerful anti-inflammatory effects. So powerful, in fact, that it's comparable to taking a small dose of ibuprofen, but without any of the negative side effects. And why is this important for brain health? Because inflammation is the body and the brain on fire. And inflammation in your brain can strongly negate neuroplasticity. And remember, we want neuroplasticity. This is the ability of the brain to change throughout life. And throughout these next few weeks, you'll hear a lot about neuroplasticity. It's that important. And as we mentioned last week, right, we covered this, no refined processed vegetable oils. If they're chemically or heat produced, just cut them out of your diet. You don't need them. And they cause inflammation, your brain on fire. Add moderate, high quality protein. So this is for appetite control and muscle synthesis, which is especially needed in the elderly. Animal protein. Unless you're a vegetarian or a vegan, add animal protein quality. Meats should be sustainably raised, right? Grass-fed beef would be great. Choose humanely raised, and this is important. Remember, you produce stress hormones that negatively affect your health. If the animal is not raised humanely, they are under tremendous stress as well, and they produce the same stress hormones. You make enough of your own. We all do. We make enough of our own. Do you really want to ingest theirs in your food supply? Think about that. So when you can, choose humanely raised. And now the labels are starting to say that. Grass-fed is one way that you know, but there's other methods as well. And look at the labels, you'll see them. They cost more, but again, if you're eating limited meat, make sure it's high quality. Choose grass-fed, antibiotic, and hormone-free. We talked about that. Chicken and eggs should be pasture-raised. The cost differences are much closer now. Hi Carla, welcome. Fish. Unless you're a vegetarian or a vegan, choose low mercury and low toxin fish, such as sardines, herring, anchovies, wild salmon, and other small fish. Avoid tuna, swordfish, sea bass because of the high mercury. Right? We don't need mercury. It's not good for our brain or our health. Now, I still eat tuna due to the cost, but I used to eat it several times a week. It was one of my staples. Now I eat it maybe once a week, and instead I eat herring, which is not my favorite, I will tell you, but I can really hide it in salads. And I eat the wild-caught canned red salmon. It's a little bit more expensive than tuna, probably about, double the price. Still not that much, $3 or so a can. Doesn't break my bank, and I get 2 servings out of it. Eggs, and yes, eggs have been cleared, right? It was a conspiracy, probably that Ancel Keys, right, that we talked about last week. But eat organic and omega-3 eggs, right? Eggland Best is an omega-3 egg. They're great nutrient foods, right? Low cost. It's a low-cost source of really nutrient-dense, rich protein. And they have no impact on your cholesterol or heart disease. And I highly recommend you eliminate or seriously limit dairy. While some can tolerate it, for most it contributes to a whole host of issues. So try eliminating for 21 days and then bring it back into your diet in small amounts. See how you do. If you notice any symptoms after the 21-day detox from the milk, consider eliminating it from your diet. Now, if the symptoms are mild and tolerable, limit to special occasions, right? Ice cream is really good. Sometimes you go to a party and you just want a little bit. Cheese is good. Pizza is good, right? Again, the 80-20 rule. So dairy contributes to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, dementia, which we're covering, and cancer. So none of these are good for your brain, especially in your later years. It also contributes to allergies, asthma, eczema, postnasal drip, acne, and irritable bowel syndrome. And more studies are showing that it increases the risk of osteoporosis, not decreases it. So when you see a study that suggests otherwise, look at who funded the study. The dairy industry is behind the study. You may want to question the results, right? So, in life, you've heard me say that truth is fluid. Whoever's funding it, many times, and this is what Ancel Keys did, he highlighted the data he liked and absolutely omitted the data he didn't. That happens many times, especially when it's an industry-funded study. They have an agenda. So, what I would do is I would look for a study that was trying to, right, be on the opposite side of that study. So for instance, dairy, you would want a study that was out to prove that dairy was bad for you. Then look at the study from the dairy industry that says it's good for you, and look for anything that's common between the two, because then that probably is true. It's in both studies. Any of the other stuff, you almost have to try out yourself. Again, do the 21-day detox from it. If you don't have problems with dairy, it's probably okay for you. If you do, eliminate it or limit it. Grains. Millions of Americans are gluten sensitive, right? It's the newest fad, but there's a lot of truth to that. Gluten contributes to inflammation, autoimmunity, digestive disorders, and remember, your gut health is key to your brain health. Studies show it contributes to mental illness, which is what we're talking about: autism, depression, schizophrenia, and dementia. So this is a brain health program. I'm thinking gluten's on the naughty list for most. So let me catch back up. All right. It contributes to obesity, heart disease. Remember the link of heart health to brain health and cancer. Gluten is in refined, high glycemic foods like bread and baked goods. Contributes to weight gain and insulin resistance. Remember the link to high glucose levels and brain disease. So again, because it is refined and it's in these highly processed foods, when we, right, are using a whole foods, clean diet, gluten isn't going to have a lot of room in our diet. Here's a fact: whole wheat bread spikes your blood sugar more than table sugar. So any grain will spike your blood sugar, but whole wheat bread spikes it more than table sugar. So if you're healthy now, with no issues of weight, autoimmune illnesses, or blood sugar issues, you can include limited, whole, unprocessed grains into your diet. And I'll give you a list of those further down in the program. Type 2 diabetics wanting to get off insulin and reverse their diabetes, those who want to lose weight, and those with autoimmune diseases should go on a grain-free diet. Beans, they're kind of controversial. If you are healthy, like those whole grains, beans can be a healthy source of fiber, protein, and minerals, and can be included in limited quantities. But if you are diabetic, moderation is vital. Again, if you're diabetic, you're going to have to really work hard to maintain your brain health, because you have the tendency for these glucose spikes. So anything that affects your blood sugar negatively, you must really be careful with. Beans also contain lectins, which can create inflammation. And remember, inflammation is your body and brain on fire. So let's talk about inflammation, because these foods I've highlighted that should be eliminated or seriously restricted cause inflammation. Inflammation is the body and brain on fire. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, vascular dementia, MS, and chronic fatigue syndromes are all diseases that can be described as forest fires in the brain. Because like a forest fire that was set off by a spark somewhere else, right? Inflammation in the brain is likely the cause of being set off somewhere else in the body, most likely from your foods. So omega-3 fats like DHA and EPA are anti-inflammatory, but omega-6 fats are the raw materials that lead to inflammation. Primitive diets, and we're still primitive in our body functions, right? Our brains are evolved, but our bodies function the same as they did back then. Primitive diets included both fats, the 3s and the 6s, but in a 1-to-1 ratio. But today we are consuming omega-6s in a 25-to-1 ratio. This kicks the aging process into high gear. Your body and your brain are aging faster because of an overconsumption of omega-6 oils. But it's easy, right? It's easily cut out of your diet by switching to extra virgin olive oil, for instance. And pretty much anything you can do with the other oils, you can do with extra virgin olive oil. So although not food, probiotics and prebiotics are necessary for gut health, which is vital to brain health. So a healthy gut becomes a butyrate factory, transforming dietary fiber to one of the most important quenchers of inflammation. Right? We want to really cool down that inflammation. It's also been shown to boost BDNF, the brain's ultimate fertilizer, right? The enzyme you need to create brain cells and neurotransmitters. And gut bacterial diversity is important for training a healthy immune system, which is also important for inflammation. And lastly, don't forget about hydration. Our brains depend on proper hydration to function optimally. Brain cells require water to operate, and dehydration can impair short-term memory and the recall of long-term memory. Dehydration negatively impacts your mood. Dehydration reduces your cognitive and your motor skills. And get this, dehydration makes you sensitive to pain. So make sure you drink plenty of fresh, clean water and other healthy hydrating liquids, not juice. Remember, we talked about the sugar in juice. So healthcare professionals that work with the elderly, when they notice motor skills and cognitive decline, one of the first things they look at is if they're hydrated. And from experience, they monitor how much fluids they're drinking. They need to. It's that important. So hydration. So now first and foremost, I want you to focus on what you eat, not how much. Right? If you choose high nutrient rich, low glycemic load, whole foods in the right balance, using the tips I just shared, your body's natural appetite control and the healing systems will kick into gear. This is important. You want your healing systems to kick into gear from head to toe. So what you do for your brain, you do for the rest of your body. So you can reset your body's natural health mechanisms in a very short time, right? 21 days. And then transition into a whole food pagan diet for the long-term maintenance plan. So pagan is a combination of paleo and vegan, and it's pagan, right? You get pagan. It's simple and balanced, and it doesn't have a lot of restrictions, and I really like that. It's been easy for me to follow. So what is a pagan diet? Simple, very simple. Whole, non-processed foods in the right balance. It can become your lifelong way of eating. When you combine the pagan diet with the 80-20 rule, you have the formula for a healthy body and brain. So here are the keys. Unlimited amounts of non-starchy vegetables. So whenever you really get a craving for something, add some non-starchy vegetables. Think greens and crunchy veggies like carrots and celery, right, for your snacks. On your plate, right, 50 to 70% of your plate should be filled with non-starchy vegetables. Your entire diet, right, all of the food you eat, by volume, 50 to 70% of it should be these non-starchy vegetables. So fill up your plate and add to any dish you can, such as, right, if I make an omelet, bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, right, some green chilies, add it to your vegetables. Leafy greens contain a vitamin called folate. If you've ever been pregnant, you know that folate is extremely necessary for the brain's development in the fetus. But it's also important for the body's methylation cycle. And the methylation is critical for both detoxification and getting your genes to do their proper jobs. Greens also contain the macro mineral magnesium. And nearly 300 enzymes rely on magnesium. 50% of the population gets an adequate level of magnesium from their diet. Dark leafy greens provide fiber. Broccoli and cruciferous cruciferous veggies are a dietary source of compounds called sulforaphane. Now, this powerful chemical is a pathway for your body's master switch that mops up oxidative stress. Remember, oxidative stress is like rust on your car. Add moderate amounts of nuts and seeds. So include almonds, walnuts, pecans, macadamia nuts. Almonds are potent brain food. They're prebiotics, which nurture the massive bacteria in your large intestine, giving you a healthy gut. They're a rich source of polyphenols. We talked about the polyphenols. And they're a powerful source of fat-soluble antioxidant, vitamin E. So there's another source of vitamin E. Pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, hemp, and chia seeds. Add them to just about everything, right? They're really good on salads. Moderate amounts of low glycemic fruits. We talked about those, like blueberries. Sustainably farmed and low mercury wild fish. I just covered this. So wild salmon contains a powerful carotenoid called astaxanthin. Astaxanthin can boost cognitive function and promote neurogenesis. I think I need some of that, right? I'm having a hard time pronouncing these words. Protect the skin from sun damage and enhance skin appearance. You know, I do want my health span to match my lifespan, but I also want, right, I want to look good for my age as well. So I liked this one. Protect the eyes. I want to be able to see as I get older, and, you know, I already need readers, so more salmon. Reduce inflammation. Convert blood lipids to a more cardioprotective profile. And provide potent antioxidant effects and free radical scavenging. And we talked about the free radicals. Add grass-fed beef, bison, lamb, and organic poultry. Pasture-raised or organic eggs. So again, eggs have been cleared. And they've also been shown to boost cognitive function and markers for cardiovascular health. Remember, we need a healthy heart as well. Eggs are one of the most nutritious foods, also one of the most economical. They contain a little bit of nearly every vitamin and mineral required by the human body. And they are an abundant source of choline, which is important for healthy, flexible cell membranes, and we want them to be flexible, right? Eggs also contain a learning and memory neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. And like avocados, eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin. Plenty of good fats, including avocados, extra virgin olive oil, and coconut oil. Now, coconut oil contains a rare dietary fat called a medium-chain triglyceride, or MCT. MCTs go straight to the liver and are converted into ketones. So if you've followed any ketogenic diets, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. But here's why it's important for brain health. Ketones for your brain is like jet fuel compared to glycogen, which is more like gasoline. Hi, Marcia, welcome. So ketones are considered a superfuel capable of reducing oxidative stress in the brain and upregulating genes involved in neuroplasticity. So I want to say that again. Ketones are considered a superfuel capable of reducing oxidative stress in the brain, and here's where it's really important, upregulating genes involved in neuroplasticity. Whenever you can upregulate your genes, you stave off aging. Aging is a process of downregulating genes. Diseases are a process of downregulating genes. We want to upregulate genes, and it's possible. So ketones are created when insulin is reduced. That's why your blood sugar is so important. Now you can add small quantities of gluten-free grains. This would be brown or black rice, quinoa, and buckwheat. But limit if you are watching your blood sugar. Again, small quantities of beans if tolerated and not watching your blood sugar. Now, once you're healthy, this pagan diet will actually allow you to have occasional treats of real sugar, maple syrup, or honey. Once healthy, add dark chocolate. So chocolate contains flavanols, which is another form of a polyphenol. Cocoa flavanols have been shown to reverse signs of cognitive decline and improve insulin sensitivity, both very needed for your brain health. Improve your vascular function and blood flow to the brain. You want to look for a cacao content above 85%. If you've eaten this dark of a chocolate, you'll know that a small amount goes a long way. Again, once you're healthy and not watching blood sugar levels, you can include moderate alcohol intake once you're healthy and if you're not watching your blood sugar levels. But beer is a problem always because of sugar and gluten. So consider very limited amounts of wine or hard liquor, and remember the 80-20 rule. Coffee and tea, but limit to 1 to 2 cups daily. And after eliminating for a minimum of 21 days, try reintroducing gluten in the form of steel-cut oats, whole kernel rye bread, and barley. If you have no reaction, then include occasionally. And the same is true for dairy, but ideally use goat milk, and always organic. Both of these are optional, and only if they are well tolerated. But they should be limited, because for most people they cause inflammation and other chronic symptoms. But what the diet, right, the long-term life diet doesn't include is processed foods, artificial anything, especially artificial sweeteners, liquid calories, and juices except green juices. Because remember, I highlighted last week that you get as much as 5 apples worth of sugar in 1 serving of apple juice. So that's the pagan diet. That would be your lifelong diet using the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the time you follow it. You make sure you're getting everything that you need, and 20% of the time you allow yourself, right, to have something else, to include some of these other wonderful things on occasion. So thank you so much, all of your patience. Again, I butchered up some of those compounds. That's why I would never teach chemistry. All right, so tonight I'd like to do a guided relaxation on eating the colors of the rainbow, and I really think you'll like it. So before we begin, there are 7 colors in the rainbow: red, yellow, orange, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And eating a variety of foods rich in colors of the rainbow also provide a variety of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and also those polyphenols, right? Fruits and vegetables, we know, provide fiber, which is essential for proper digestion and elimination. Now, this session will enhance your desire for choosing healthy fruits and vegetables over other lower health choices. It will strengthen your commitment to living a life that's healthy and happy in body, mind, and spirit. Now, during this session, we'll go to a farmer's market, right, in your imagination, and I'll list some fruits and vegetables. If these are things that you can't have, your mind is so amazing that you can substitute it with whatever you want, right? Just make sure it's healthy. Okay, are you ready to begin? So find a comfortable position for your body and settle in. Stare at a spot on the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and hold for just a moment, and then exhale fully. And when you're ready, take another deep breath in. Hold for just a moment. And exhale fully. And one more time, take a deep breath in, hold for just a moment, and exhale fully. And when you're ready, just allow your eyes to close gently. And settle in. And listen carefully. In a moment, I will count backwards from 10 down to 1. As I do so, imagine that you are at the top of a staircase. Each number I count, imagine that you take a step down. Repeat the number I say in your own mind as you step down, going deeper and deeper within, deeper into relaxation with every step down. As I count backwards, go deeper into a more profound, relaxed state of expanded awareness. Make your way to the staircase now, stepping down 10, going deeper and deeper within. 9, stepping down, down. 8. Each step down takes you deeper and deeper within. 7. Relaxed more now than ever before as you step down. 6. Going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into relaxation. 5. Every step down takes you deeper within. 4. Feeling lighter and lighter as you continue to step down, going deeper and deeper. 3. Deeper and deeper, stepping down. 2. Almost there. 1. Your body is so relaxed, your mind is focused as you step down. Now, using all the power of your imagination, find yourself outside at the dawn of a new day. The sky is blue, the bluest blue you can imagine. There are fluffy white clouds drifting by. You feel the whisper of a breeze as it brushes past your cheek. Take a moment to experience this. Now imagine yourself walking. Your feet are bare, the path is smooth, comfortable to your bare skin. You love walking. Focus your attention on the sensations you feel as your feet touch the earth with every step. Feel as your feet touch the earth with every step. Feel the energy of the earth as it connects to the bottom of your feet. Notice how your walking is easier and lighter. Your pace quickens as you absorb the energy of the earth. You feel and enjoy this connection. You absorb this grounded energy easily, happily. It nurtures you, gives you life. You love walking. You love walking. And look up and look around you. What do you see? You are surrounded by nature. There is freedom in the vastness of the blue skies. Take a few moments to wonder at the vastness of the open sky. Feel the freedom of this day. Feel the freedom in your body, mind, and soul. Take a few moments to experience the sense of freedom, the vastness of the open sky. Now notice the fluffy white clouds as they develop and form into familiar shapes. What catches your eye? What shapes do you see in the soft, friendly, fluffy white clouds? As you walk, you notice the sun. Using the power of your imagination, know that you can look at the sun. It is safe and magical. You can see the individual rays of the sun beaming down on you from above. Feel the rays of warmth as they are absorbed into your skin. Imagine, sense, and feel that the energy of the sun is absorbed by every muscle, nerve, and fiber in your body. You feel electrified, energetic, and so alive. Focus your attention on the light of the sun entering your mind, your body, and your soul. See the rays of the sun infusing your mind with light. See the rays of the sun entering your body. Feel the warmth. See the light emanating from within you. See the light of the sun as it touches the light of your soul. Your soul is happy in the light of the sun. Now take a deep breath in and hold for just a moment and exhale fully. Feel the release as you breathe out. When you are ready, take another deep breath in. Hold for just a moment, and when you exhale, release all that is left completely and without any attachments. Good. Now look down at your feet again. You are walking easily and with a newfound lightness. You love walking. As soon as you come upon a farmer's market, yes, soon you come upon a farmer's market. Smell the freshness of the fruits and vegetables in the air. These fruits and vegetables that come from the earth. You look for red fruits and vegetables, the first color in the rainbow, knowing that these contain many health benefits. You notice the homegrown ripe tomatoes. They are large, round, and deep red. You pick one up and hold it close to your nose, and the fragrance permeates your senses. It smells so good. You take a deep breath of its smell again. You love tomatoes, and this one is special. You know that it was grown with love, tenderness, and attention to all of its needs. The care given to this tomato as it was growing from a seed to a sprout to a full-grown tomato is still inside it. And you have a deep knowing that you will receive and absorb all of that care and attention when eating this amazing, deliciously ripe tomato. And you keep walking and you see several bushels of apples, red ones, green ones, and the spotted, speckled ones. And the red ones, you know, are sweet and crisp. The green ones are tart and exciting. The green ones make your mouth pucker. The spotted ones are a little bit of both. And you pick up an apple and you notice how shiny the skin is. It's perfect. And you throw it in your bag and you chuckle as you think about the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And you know this is true. You have an inner knowing that this apple and every apple you eat will nourish your body and enhance your health. You say to yourself, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yes, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it does. And you keep walking, and next you look for orange fruits and vegetables, the second color of the rainbow. And you pick up some carrots to snack on. They are bright orange, firm, straight, and round. They are good size, and the green frond tops are still fresh and lively. And you can tell that they were just picked. And carrots are full of vitamins and fiber. You know that carrots are good for your vision. Carrots promote healthier skin and are good for your heart. Carrots also help cleanse the body by assisting your liver in flushing out toxins from the body. Carrots are a superfood. Carrots are a superfood, and they are one of your favorite vegetables. You love carrots. And you see oranges, they are loaded with fiber and vitamin C. There is fresh cantaloupe, which will go well in the tropical salad you will be making for a sweet ending to a wonderful summer meal. And the next color of the rainbow is yellow, and you see yellow bell peppers. They will go great in a salad. You see ripe pineapples. You pick one up and smell the stem for freshness. This one is good, so fresh, firm, and the smell is delicious. The pineapple contains one of the most powerful digestive aids of all the fruits. You pick it up to add to your tropical salad. The digestive enzymes of the pineapple will ensure that you absorb all the nutrients of your healthy meal and also that you will sleep well into the night. Green is the middle color of the rainbow, a bridge between red, orange, and yellow, and the colors blue, indigo, and violet purple. And you think about making your favorite green salad today. You pick up some fresh spring greens. You see the cucumbers there next to the greens. They are homegrown, fresh. You imagine how refreshing they will be in your salad. Cool as a cucumber. You decide to pick up several cucumbers. You think about a salad full of cucumbers. You imagine the cool, refreshing taste. And you want some mushrooms for your salad too. There are several types here. You pick up a few and smell them for freshness. These are fresh. You smell the earthiness of the mushrooms and you think they did come from Mother Earth. And you know that you will receive the goodness of these mushrooms, the goodness of the earth. And you say to yourself, this is going to be good, and it is. And spinach. Spinach is a powerhouse food, and kale too, another wonderful green. And then you see broccoli, and you remember as a kid thinking that they were little trees. And the asparagus is in season, and you pick up a bunch from a local grower. The whole family is working the booth, The mom smiles and asks how you are. You tell her, I'm wonderful, healthy and happy, at peace with all of creation, as she agrees, you are wonderful, healthy and happy, at peace with all of creation. You feel the love of your own family in your heart. You feel the love of your own family in your heart. A sense of gratitude for your amazing life fills you, and your God light shines brightly from the inside out. And the last three colors of the rainbow are blue, indigo, and violet. You see the berries, the blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, full of vibrant vitamins. These will go perfect in your tropical salad. And there are kiwis, and you marvel at the bright kiwi green color. Kiwis are so good for you, and their bright flavor adds tartness to your salad. And then you see strawberries, and the owner of the booth offers one to you to taste. It is firm, fresh, and you pop it into your mouth, and the sweetness fills your mouth with strawberry essence. Savor this for a moment. As your mouth salivates, as you taste the strawberryness of the moment. And you pick up several cartons. They are special strawberries, and you want double. The color of the berries is deep and rich. You think about this color. You notice your fingers are stained with the berry juice. And this makes you happy, so very happy. Your heart, which is the same color as these beautiful berries, is brimming with happiness. You recognize that familiar feeling of gratitude growing deep within you. And you feel good, wonderfully good. Your bag is heavy now with fresh fruits and vegetables. You start to make your way back, and you notice how satisfied you feel right now. Every day, more and more. As you eat these fresh fruits and vegetables, your body feels healthier, stronger. Your hair, skin, and nails are growing faster and becoming more alive every day. They shine with health and vitality. Your skin glows and is more vibrant. You love walking, and more every day your body is stronger, more flexible, and full of energy. More and more every day that you walk farther, faster, and with more commitment to living a life that is healthier, happier, and more satisfying. And in your mind, there is a humble understanding of all the wonderful things you can create for yourself. You have a renewed spring in your step as you make your way home. The sun is setting now. The air is crisp and clean. You notice the colors of the sky resemble the colors of the fruits and vegetables in your basket. The orange, red, and pink of the setting sun. The rainbow of colors of the fruits and vegetables in your bag. The magic of God's work right here, right there in front of your eyes, right there inside of you. Gratitude grows deep inside of you, deep within. Your God light shines brightly from deep within you. It blends with the colors of the setting sun. The magic of God's work all around you, deep inside you. Take your time to experience this. Reflect upon this, the magic of God's work all around you, deep inside you. Now find your way back to the path that leads to the staircase with the 10 steps leading up. Make your way there now. Stepping up, 10, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently, returning to your full awareness once again. 9, stepping up. 8, coming back to your normal awareness, feeling centered and grounded. 7, stepping up, bringing back with you everything you learned with this experience, which makes permanent and positive changes in your life. 6, taking a deep breath in, starting to wiggle your fingers and toes as you come back to the sound of my voice. 5, stepping up. Move your head from side to side. Wiggle those fingers and toes. 4, stepping up, coming back to the sound of my voice once again. 3, feeling centered and grounded in your body. 2, almost there, and 1. Eyes open, deep breath in, stretch, and smile. And welcome back. So next week, we'll talk about the benefits of exercise. It's another vital component in your overall health and has tremendous benefits for your brain health and your vitality. So as you know, brain health is a subject that came to my awareness through challenging times. Watching loved ones suffer with dementia and all that goes with it. And after reading book after book, and researching all that I could find, knowing that the time to have made a difference in their lives was decades ago. If you are watching me, know that you matter to me. Thanks, Mona. Know that you matter to me because we wouldn't be connected if this weren't so. And as I've said so many times before, you matter to those around you. Do what you can now. Remember, our goal is to have our health span match our lifespan so that we can spend our silver years at the peak of health, living a full and vibrant life until our very last breath. So until next time, love yourself well.